What's going on, everybody? It's your boy OB, and I'm back again for another one, and about to talk about the Godzilla King of the Monsters movie that I saw. So this is going to be the movie review on my end and what I thought about it. Again, in this movie is going to be a non-spoiler review, okay? So I'm not going to give anything away. So since you're here watching this video, let's get started. Well, that's like before we start, definitely subscribe to the channel and please turn the bell notification on so you won't miss any future content on this channel. So let's get started on this movie review right now. I thought the movie was pretty good. The thing about it is that this movie is way better than the first one. I think the first one came out in 2014, Godzilla. The reason why I say it's better because Godzilla is in this movie. He's more shown than the one movie in 2014. There's a lot more action in this movie, which I really like, especially when he's fighting with the monsters. Of course, who doesn't want to see action? This is a Godzilla movie. We got Godzilla, come on, we want to see him fighting other monsters. And the way they did it in this movie with CGI was amazing. Now, the great thing about it that I saw this movie in IMAX. IMAX. I had to do that. I had to do that for myself because seeing in IMAX, especially with the, with the graphics, the sound, and the picture, I wanted to see that. I want to immerse myself with that. And IMAX was the best way to go to see this movie. Again, I enjoy the movie. So this movie was really step up than the Godzilla in 2014 because in 2014 Godzilla was only shown in like the mid part of the movie till the end. It wasn't much of him. They didn't show him much. And this one in the 2019 Godzilla King of Monsters, he was shown more. You see him throughout the beginning of the movie till the end. And I love that. And again, they had a lot more action, but not as much action like, for example, I did a movie review on John Wick 3. I'll leave a, a card to show you the review of John Wick 3. You can check that out. Great movie, by the way, but the action doesn't compare to what you see from John Wick 3. So Godzilla again was good with the action. I loved it. Again, you showed the monsters in the movie. CGI looked great with them. Now let's talk about the cast of the movie. We had Vera Farmiga, who played as the mother in this movie. As a matter of fact, she actually played in the movie, I think, The Conjuring. I don't know if you guys saw The Conjuring. They have The Conjuring 1 and 2. And I think there's a third one coming out pretty soon. I think it's coming out next year. And I think they're doing production on the movie as it is, starting right now. But again, I want to bring back to what I said. She is actually the mother of Millie Bobby Brown of this movie. And I think that she played as the daughter, and she played in a movie, actually a TV series called the Stranger Things. So she actually is in this movie, and she did pretty good. I've heard a lot of speculations online how they didn't have a good story between the characters and Godzilla. I mean, for me, when I watched the movie, they actually did a really good job implementing those characters with the movie and actually adding, putting Godzilla in the movie. So that was really good. You also have the father played by Kyle Chandler. So they actually brought up the story between, the mother of Vera Farmiga and Kyle Chandler. How the story between them two, and and with the daughter of Millie Bobby Brown, how they had interaction in their relationship and what set it off and what things that happened. So they brought that in the story of the movie, which is really good. I had no problems with it. Let's see now. We also have Ken Watanabe that played in this movie as well. He was actually in the first Godzilla in 2014. He came back into this movie. You know, it wasn't like a big surprise when he came back because they showed him in the trailer. He played as the Dr. Ishiro in this movie, like again from the 2014. Who else is also in this movie? O'Shea Jackson Jr. is in this movie as well. That's Ice Cube's son. He's actually in this movie. You see him in the movie. He's actually playing as someone from the, I think in the military or something, Navy or something. It was shown in the trailer. He plays in this movie. He did a pretty good job. And another actor that played in this movie was Charles Dance. He's actually, I know him, if you're a big fan of Game of Thrones, he played as Tywin Lannister. He's in this movie. He did a pretty good job. Now the thing in this movie, they make you lead to think that he's the villain in this movie. Then when you're watching the movie, you say, oh, okay, he's not much of the villain of this movie as you thought it would be. But I can't give you too much details on that. You'll see who or what this movie is really all about and how it has this little, how can I say this? I can say a little twist to make you understand, okay, who is or what is the plot of this story for Godzilla with these characters. So you'll figure it out how it ties in all together. But overall, like I said, this movie was really good. Let's see, but let me see if I had any drawbacks of this movie. Like things I didn't like about the movie. Oh, there's one thing I didn't like in the movie. There's a part they were talking about the monsters. Like it's related to Godzilla, like it's related to Godzilla, but when you see this movie, you know, like it doesn't make any sense to you. And on their relations or something. Again, I don't want to give too much away, but there's some part of the movie where they were talking about this particular monster in the movie, and this monster was introduced in the trailers, and they were saying some type of relationship with Godzilla in the movie. But again, you gotta watch it yourself to understand what I'm talking about, because when I was seeing that, when I saw that, I was like, what? It doesn't make any sense. But that's one drawback I had in the movie, but I didn't like. But let's see now. Again, what else I have to bring about the movie? I think again, what I heard online with the criticism of the story, with the, you know, sometimes if you bring a story with, you know, with the characters and Godzilla, doesn't make sense. You don't know what they're talking about. But this one was good. It made sense, and I had no problems, you know, putting them like one scene with the story of the characters, and then you see Godzilla, because at the end of the day, it tied it all together, which is really pretty. It was really good. I will give this movie, you know, if I was rating it from 5, I will give this a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars. And the thing is that this movie, I don't want to, you know, leave you hanging. If you do want to see this movie, I will let you know that there is a post-credit scene, okay, at the end of this movie, and we all know, if you guys knew about this, and they will be making a movie, Godzilla versus King Kong. So the post-credit scene will lead you, and you know, to that of Godzilla versus King Kong, because it's gonna happen. So be prepared, and I can't wait to see that. Now my thing is that for this movie, you have, I can say, you have Kong, right? And I know from doing research that Kong is not as big as Godzilla, because if you did any research that I've done or that you know of, Kong is not as big as Godzilla, because if you look at there was a movie that King Kong had. I forgot the name of the movie. Let me check it out right now. It's a movie with Jack Black. Let me see. I'm gonna look at it up right now. I'm just gonna check on my computer here. King Kong. Okay, it came out in 2005. There was this one scene where Kong was fighting the dinosaurs, like the T-Rexes or something, but I don't want to get into too much details. But again, this movie came out in 2005, King Kong, and you saw when King Kong had to climb on top of the Empire State Building. Now you can see the size of King Kong. You know, he's not as big as we think. I mean, he's big, of course, compared against the humans. Of course, he's bigger. But if you look at Godzilla can walk like, I don't know, he can walk maybe like above the Empire State Building, but he can walk right through it. That's how big he is. Godzilla is huge compared to Godzilla. So I'm thinking like how they're gonna have this movie when King Kong is smaller than Godzilla, because there's a size difference. So I don't know how they're gonna do that, unless they're gonna make King Kong scale his size to the size of Godzilla. But like, what can I say is, Kong is not big, not as nearly as big as Godzilla. But when I saw the movie Kong Skong Island, they mentioned in one part of the scene, they said that Kong was still growing, that he was only like a baby, he was not big enough. So I'm thinking that once they said that, that means when they make this movie, yes, that Kong will be big, as big as Godzilla, and then they're gonna have this showdown. So, and I heard some research, again, if you do the post-credit scene, there's a little twist of, you know, there could be a threat, you know, when the movie Godzilla versus King Kong, because I know they're gonna face off with each other to see who is actually king. But we'll see. Hopefully, they give you more details online about Godzilla and King versus King Kong, which comes out again. It comes out next year in 2020. But overall, like I said, I like this movie. Would I recommend you to see it? Of course, I would recommend you to see it. It's a really good movie, and I mean, that's my review of the Godzilla. Again, so if you enjoyed this review, if you want me to do a live spoiler talk, post your comments down below. Please let me know what you guys think, if you want me to do it. Also, leave your comments down below. Again, if you you know, if you saw the movie, if you enjoyed it, tell me what you think. I would try to engage with you guys. I want to chat with you guys definitely about this movie because I liked it. Definitely, you know, share this video to as much people as you can, because I know people would like to know this review about this movie. So yeah, I'm gonna end this video now because I'm done. I just want to give you my details and my thoughts and opinions about the movie. And so if you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Alright, and turn that bell notification on so you don't miss any future content. Alright guys, peace out. Much love from your boy Obi. Peace.